Hey guys, this is Caleb with DSLRVideoShooter.com, and today we're doing a really informal podcast. I'm really busy, so I wanted to crank one off to get you guys more content. We have some really exciting stuff coming up, but today's episode is around not gear really, but something I use on set every single day, and it's so versatile, and if you don't have it in your grip kit, you're really missing out because it's pretty powerful stuff. And this is Gaffer's tape. Gaffer's tape isn't your average tape. It doesn't leave nasty residue when you stick it on things, but it's very durable, it's heat resistant, and comes in multiple different colors. I like to stick my a few rolls on like rope, and then I throw that in my grip case, along with lights and clips and other things. So, but you'll probably notice in a lot of my podcasts, you see a lot of green on my my gear, and I figured I'd go ahead and reveal how I use tape. So I'm gonna move my camera around here and rearrange, change my focus a little bit. So here I have the 7D. You see I've got some green tape on there. I used to have some on the top, but the reason I put a lot of green tape on my gear is so that I know it's mine. When you start shooting with a lot of other shooters, especially DSLR operators, it's easy to mistake whose is whose, who owns what. So if you throw a little bit of gaff tape on your camera, especially if it's a color that no one else is using, it's very easy to tell, especially like lens caps and other things. So that's what the green is for. Another thing you'll notice is I have it on the bottom here. The reason I do that is actually to protect my camera, because we put these on all kinds of different plates and tripods, and it's very easy to scuff the bottom part of your camera. So if you put some gaff tape on it, you'll protect it, and you just rip it off, and if you ever resell your camera, it's going to probably do better because you've taken better care of it and protected the bottom. And the other thing you'll notice is I've cut out a small hole for the quarter 20 there. And what's nice about that is a lot of lower light situations, because I'm using this crazy green, it's very easy to find that hole and throw on like a plate for a tripod. The other thing I like to use the tape for is you'll notice here on the dial at manual, the manual mark, I have a strip of green tape. Now this allows me to quickly tell at a glance that it's set on manual, so when this thing, if it ever gets adjusted, if it's not parallel with my camera, then I know, or perpendicular to the lens, I know that it's not set right. So it's just something that helps me when I take a glance to make sure that's set right. Another great use for gaff tape is actually for labeling. It's tempting just to take a Sharpie to bags and things and write on it, but great gaff tape's great because it won't leave that nasty residue on your bags and things, but you can also change the label. So you see here, this is kind of my quick RAID setup. I've went ahead and labeled my drives, hub and reader, and cables, what cables I have in that bag, and we'll get to an episode on how I do on-set RAID later. But that's another awesome use of this tape, is just ripping a strip off with a Sharpie and writing on it. And I also like to actually put black gaff tape on a lot of different parts of my camera. Again, it's kind of like the bottom to protect it, but up here, this top part right here, it's kind of blending in, but that's actually black gaff tape. And the reason I put it up here is a lot of times you're putting different accessories on here, and it's very easy, I find, to scuff the top of the camera. So this is just a little bit of protection there. Another part of the camera I actually add tape to is right there on the card reading section, right here. And this is getting access a lot. If you ever put your camera in a cage, this can easily get banged up. So I like to add just a little bit of black gaff tape on that corner. And I also have some on the back of my battery grip. This is the Z battery grip, and it doesn't have rubber on the back, so that adds a little bit of grip for my hand and my thumb when I use that. There's a lot more uses for gaff tape. I put a list on the site of ways I use it. Everything from adjusting wardrobe on actors to little things like holding up filters, patching holes on light filters. So there's tons and tons of stuff. This stuff comes in all kinds of different colors. I put a link to Amazon where you can find tons of these. So make sure you pick up a couple. Really valuable thing to have on set with you all the time. So I'm really excited about the camera I'm shooting this on. You'll notice I'm probably glancing over there a lot of the time, and that's because it is the T3i, and I'm pretty excited about that little camera. And there she is, T3i, flip out screen. Really dig it. So I'm really looking forward to taking this thing downtown, shooting some footage, and hopefully get back to you as soon as I can. Really excited about this camera. It brings a lot of new things to Canon H DSLRs, especially the zoom feature. So stay tuned for that. As always, DSLRvideoshooter.com, and look forward to hearing from you there. If you do have stuff that you want to see or learn about in regard to the T3i, make sure you drop a comment on this blog post, and I will endeavor to answer as many as I can in the review. Until then, I'll see you next time.